Well, hello, stink bug. I'm so happy you did not land in my glass of wine. Welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy graveyard. Well, hello. Aren't you a cutie pie? Hey, Tricky Ricky, how are you? Great to see you too. Where are you going, stink bug? Please don't stink. I will cry. Oh gosh. Did you see that on screen? Like just like fly down on. Okay, yeah, sure. Climb the iPad. Be my guest. Just please don't drop yourself in the wine, because I don't think that would be a fun death. I mean, maybe. It's spring. Thank goodness it's a stink bug and not a roach. Though I never expect those anymore. But one thing that has been very difficult to eradicate regarding pests in my home are stink bugs. Not sure why. Carpet beetles from when we moved in, gone. Roaches for the most part, gone. I mean, sometimes I see a straggler outside. Every once in a blue moon, one gets inside and I have to capture it and release it. Dude, you know what? I keep meaning to find this one night I was here doing live tarot readings, and I was talking to one of the girls in the chat, and I heard something like scatter. And I was like, why does that sound like something scattering on my guitar? Like, on the front face of my guitar. I tell you, I mean, it was a roach the size of this cell phone. Okay? That thing was so big. I wasn't sure that the tube I have that I use to catch and safely release bugs, I wasn't sure it was going to be big enough for it. But that is just not a thing that you let run through the house, and that is also not a thing that you kill. I don't know about where you are, but here in the South, we definitely have rodents of unusual sizes. And it is not just mythology of the Princess Bride movie either. Oh, palmetto bug. We're calling it gargantua palmetto bug because, like, I grew up in Florida for like the first 13 years of my life, and let me tell you, I ain't even ever seen a roach this big down there. Okay, this thing, I can't even imagine. Like, okay, so just so you know how big this cell phone is, so this is a priority mail flat rate box, okay? I mean, that's a pretty big bug, I'll tell you that. So I've been meaning to go back through the lives and try to find it. I even think it may have been like Halloween time, 2023. I've been meaning to post it. Damn bugs. I'll tell you what though. When I did move here, I think I had never seen a place so run over by bugs. I mean, it was a nightmare. Sometimes I wouldn't sleep at night because of it. And it's like everything we did to get rid of them, we just couldn't get rid of them. Finally, when they renovated the apartment upstairs, it eradicated, it just got rid of a lot of the problem, like almost 99.9%. And you have your usual pests, but a spider here, a spider there. But I tell you, like, I learned so much about roaches I never wanted to learn. Yeah. I mean, I know they have arachnophobia, but what is the phobia when you're scared of roaches? What's that one called? Can somebody look that up for me and tell me? So, yeah, I'm pretty upset about the lizard facts. One of my friends said that back home, like, it's just overrun with iguanas now because of the animal trade and everything has gone on over the last 20 plus years. And I see a lot of, like, I see a lot of videos of, oh, look at the cute iguana in the tree that come out of Florida now, and I just can't believe that people are like, my cute iguana. Like, no. Stay away. Their tails will break your leg, and they have razor sharp teeth, and they will bite you. And they will not think of anything of whipping you. Like, just, I mean, and you'll think that you're far away enough, and they will attack you. They will. I think I've mentioned it before in this chat, like, so I knew as a minor I couldn't, like, be like, hey, Mom and Dad, can you get me a gun so I can, you know, just protect myself from the crazy animals that could eat me walking to school? But what I did and was capable of doing was archery. So I learned archery, and I especially loved archery during summer camp. And I just was like, always scared that I think I was more scared of getting eaten than anything growing up in Florida. I mean, you got crocodiles, alligators, snakes, lizards. Yeah, I'm all done with state facts on Florida too. I am a Georgia peach through and through now. I mean, the most about lizards I would see growing up would be like, you know, the little tiny ones. They kind of look like little tiny geckos, like the, you know, geckos look like the Geico gecko, but really, really tiny. Oh, well, hello, stink bug. Scare me away, don't you? So I wonder how this stink bug feels, because it's like watching me on the screen on my laptop, but I'm like right in front of it too. I wonder if it can even see. I'm gonna just try to not piss it off, or upset it, because last thing I need is to be sitting here and it gets upset, and then or it feels threatened, and then it lets off that awful, awful defensive stink that they let off. I'll tell you what, Georgia's weird. But I would rather be here than any of the other southern states, that's for sure. No offense, Tennessee, Alabama, Floribama, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, I'm not sure I consider you southern, darling. Same with you, Virginia. West Virginia, y'all are like the Twilight Zone over there. It's like Silent Hill land to me. And West Virginia, I think Kentucky's southern, but I'm not sure I'm convinced that all of it is. I think a part of it is Midwest, a part of it is Southern, and a part of it is both of best, of two of the best worlds. Oh yeah. I grew up in Boston for a bit. It was pretty chilly there. I love it there. It's a beautiful place. Would I live there again? I'm not really sure. Depends on if the economy's any better. You know, they used to call it Taxachusetts. You know, if the minimum wage is terrible and their rent is outrageous still, I don't know if I could do it. What I really hate is you like want to move to a city, right? You want to move to one of the big cities, right? You want to live that life, but it's becoming so ridiculously overexpensive to the point where it's like you're actually getting pushed out and still paying a lot of money to live like in the middle of nowhere close to where you'd like to live. They say park your car in the Harvard Yard. Be careful parking your car in the Harvard Yard. That place is very strange. Very, very strange. But very beautiful. And I guess what I mean by strange is I feel like it's, I mean, don't get me wrong, the South is haunted. Very haunted. But there is something about Massachusetts that feels just as spooky haunted, if not more. And Georgia is like, did you know it, for as popular as Atlanta is, it's, I mean, it really is the LA of the South, but I feel kind of crazy thinking about how Georgia's like it's like one of the most reclusive states in the whole country. Despite how many people live here. And I'm surprised that on the coast there hasn't been a lot of uprising with buildings and cities and stuff like that. Really? Oh, do tell me more. I'm just going to pull a few cards while we chat. It's kind of a quiet night tonight. So I'm going to hang out for a little bit more, but I'm probably going to leave soon. But I do want to see what Spirit might have to say for us in a collective message. There's just something that just feels so haunted about Cambridge, especially, it feels so haunted. I'm surprised they don't have a ghost store. Hey Meryl, how are you, sweetheart? Welcome back. So we do have some beautiful cards tonight. The Hope of the Star. That hope of reaching out and obtaining those dreams and really reaching out to make and take the actions, make them happen, to make some dreams come true. And to help you find hope, to comfort you in the stress you might be feeling. In the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Wands. You know, something might be over, or feel done, or feel like it doesn't serve you anymore, but or maybe you keep reverting back to an old version of yourself that you don't want to be, that you don't identify with anymore. But Spirit says in the Star card, you know, there's hope. There's hope for change. There's hope for, you know, the things that you desire, the version of yourself you want to be, and the version of everyone else you want to show up to you. That's not out of your league. Okay, you can have it. It's already yours. Just because you desire it. Nobody wants to fight with you. Okay? Not even you. So stop fighting with yourself. Put the swords down for today. I know yesterday the spirits were saying pick up a sword and trade it for a shield, but when it comes to sailing on to smoother waters, put down the sword for yourself and quit whacking at yourself with it. We also have this Page of Pentacles talking about a new financial beginning. There's a lot of strain in the world right now, wondering where things are going to go, so make sure that you are consistently keeping up with your budget, your finances, and paying attention to how much things cost, and make sure that you're putting away a little bit of money for a rainy day. You know, don't let your emotions get 5 miles high and then you're like, oh fuck, I have to make a choice between what I want and what I don't want, and I have to choose what I don't want because I, you know, couldn't keep myself from being impulsive and overspending or being over gluttonous about certain things. Unless, of course, Spirit says, you know, give and take. You know, it's a special occasion, a special friend, a special holiday, a special time, a special get-together. But that's, once again, that's what you know, say back a little bit for. Sharing is caring, Spirit says. So I went, it's interesting, so I guess the Greeks and the Egyptians started government. But there's always kind of been this chaos over the last like 5,000 years, and it started with, it really started with the Greeks and the Egyptians. Skinwalker Ranch. I think I live there. Except the one I live in is a little bit more peaceful. Carrying, sharing. Yeah. There's a lot of transformation coming in for many of us. More self-love. Some of you are looking more on self-love. Some of you want to work more on self-love through maybe your fitness, maybe what you're eating, maybe both. Maybe it's not even has anything to do with that. Maybe it just has to do with changing the way that you're thinking and feeling about things. Moving forward with the transformation away from the old version of whatever it was that felt maybe not so successful, but now you're turning more towards that love in your life. The love for yourself and the love for others. Oh, that's okay. You can just rewind it. It's still there, and I'm kind of in the middle of still doing it. Spirit, do you have a spirit message for us from the Power Spirit deck tonight? Yeah, so Spirit does have a message for us from the Power Spirit deck. Something about 2 of Cups and the Devil reversed. But as much as I love to read cards reversed, I also love to only keep this as the Devil card in all my decks. I feel like this card is saying immerse yourself once again in what you're passionate about, even if you kind of have to be a little bit more of a devil to make your point and be firm about expressing your boundaries. Like, I really want to go make this cake, right? So I'm gonna go do that in a little bit. Maybe even turn the live off early and go do that. So I feel like tonight's, collective spirit message from the Power Spirit deck is about doing stuff that you love things that you feel are passionate, and not getting too like out of control in regards to, you know, perfectionism, numbers, space, time. Like, span your space and time with your loved ones. Let yourself, like, immerse yourself and let your head be in the clouds a little bit. Enjoy a glass of wine. You know, sometimes it's okay to, like, have your cheesecake and eat it too. Alright? Sometimes it's okay to be a little devilish. Especially if you're not hurting anybody. So, let's see what Spirit has to clarify that message in the cards tonight in the Power Spirit deck. Okay, let's see. What is this card? What? Witness. Card number 44, Witness. Such a pretty card. It's card number 44. Maybe the number 8 is important to somebody who might see this collective message later. The color is yellow. Maybe the color yellow is important or significant to somebody here tonight. Maybe the phase of the moon, maybe the place that this person is, reflecting upon their shadow. Or is it a shadow? Is it your shadow? Is it somebody else's shadow? Is it a shadow person? You know, intuitively, whatever resonates with you, you will see in the card, in the picture, you know, and I'm going to let you intuitively give meaning to what that means to you in this witness card. So the direction is east and the color is yellow. Live in your sacred witness. This inner place of silence and observing is your true identity, and therefore your true power. Your sacred witness is all you really have when all else is gone. Like monoliths in an ancient valley of great stones, it observes and remembers the passage of the ages. The answers that you find through the timelessness of the spirituality and the innocence of the nature offered, the infinite. Each human being is on his or her own path, each different from yours. Answers to your questions are entirely found by you and rarely found in another human being. Answer your own questions by reflecting on nature and conversing with your own sacred witness. So what is your own sacred witness? What does that mean to you? Is that something that is emotional? Is it physical? Is it sexual? Is it sensational? Is it creativity? Is it all of those things at the same time? Also, I also feel like there's something about this card that reminds me of that story that I heard about where a lot of these very large rocks like this out west might actually be petrified wood, and like be petrified wood from tree trunks that used to stand, that like all kinds of like what we would call supernatural creatures lived in those trees, and mythical beings of wisdom and light and enchantment. Like, does anybody know what I'm talking about? Has anybody heard that in American mythology? So witness the sacred self. What is the sacred self to you? Hi, how are you? Welcome to the Chammie, Abby. How are you? Ancient sculptures, yeah. Yeah. You know, maybe I'll do a video about that sometime. I know I've seen some stuff on YouTube about it. I know that there's some things about how, like, these gargantuan trees were out west. And, I mean, if the trees that are out there are, if they were oak trees, I don't know, I think they were oak trees. But if they're anything like the trees that are in my neighborhood, which were brought back from California, they're California red oaks. I mean, if they're anything like the trees out there that people are talking about that had trunks like that, I mean, the trees in this neighborhood are like the size of houses or bigger. I mean, that's a pretty big damn tree. So I wonder, like, what will these trees look like in 1,000 years if they're even still standing? I could imagine that these trees could probably become gargantuan after sitting there for 1,000 years, or 5,000 years, or 10,000, or a billion. You know what looks really creepy is the oak trees when they have the moss on them. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but growing up in Florida, that's real popular. Like everywhere you go, it's like every oak tree is covered with it. I don't think I really remember a time of not seeing it on trees. I mean, and there's a huge difference between the actual moss on the trees in the wild, and then you can also buy it like prepackaged for like florist stuff, and for florists who like to make, like, you know, bouquets and stuff, fake or fresh flowers. Sorry about that. But I remember all kinds of weird bugs would live in that stuff too. I don't know if I've ever seen a cottonwood. I'll look at a picture of them right now. I know that when I lived in Florida and I grew up there was one street called Druid Road. And it was just like a little 2-lane road. Like one street goes one way, one street goes the other. And you kind of had to be careful because they had pretty thick, deep ditches. Because there was obviously a ditch or a trench or something built because it was just swamp on both sides. So I guess I don't know why there's a lot of ditches like that down there, but maybe it's for flooding, or I don't know. Maybe it's for, you know, flooding so that the street won't get flooded, the ditch will get flooded first. It's the only theory I had as a kid, but when you drive down, or when you would drive down that street, the oak trees would like hang over it. and then you'd have all the cool moss hanging from the trees. So it was like a canopy of these like tall, like an arched canopy of these tall oak trees with moss all over them. But I would have to say that the creepiest part of the trees was seeing like what appeared to be like faces or bodies or what looked like body parts sometimes. But you also you couldn't tell also if you were just seeing like the bark, the growing and the twisting of the way the tree turned with the sun to grow. Maybe they came and trimmed the trees, and maybe they lost a limb or here or there, and over time, maybe it twisted into, the place where they cut the limb, it twisted into like some weird knot on the tree. But it was always so creepy because it was like as if the wood on the tree shifted, like the spirit in the tree shifted. So I wasn't really, I was just a kid, so I was like, I didn't know what tripping was or what, any kind of psychoactive effects were, or I didn't even know what drunk was, I just was like a kid with an abstract mind. So, they do say that we're more abstract as children, but very haunted, for sure. Very haunted stuff. And I'm not sure what it is about Florida and druids. I can't really remember what the mythology is behind that, but maybe I can just look it up real quick. And maybe there is no mythology. It's just some local stories I remember growing up. I'll have to go and look in one of my diaries or something writing about it when I was a kid. So based on available information, it's like Google doesn't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I cannot see anything about it. It is pretty interesting about how the creature folklore, like the skunk ape and demon gator, which intertwine natural dangers and supernatural folklore, but the skunk ape is very real. I've never heard of this demon gator thing, but anything's possible. Natural magic, native Florida plants and trees such as flowering dogwood, are imbued with folklore regarding healing, resilience, and bitter medicine. So, Seminole mythology includes stories of the creator and the importance of animals such as the panther, who was honored as the first to walk on Earth. And that was also another scary thing, was the panthers. Like, growing up, you know, you didn't know what was going to be outside your front door. Was it going to be an alligator under the car, or a panther in the tree? You know, when's my lunch? But yeah. Hey, sweetheart, how are you, sugar? It's good to see you. Wait, how was your dance class? So Bigfoot might be a relative of Inky Doo Witch, which was friends with Gilgamesh. I don't know, but I just remember being a kid and I'm chilling there with my Great Dane, Pumpkin, and my mom, and you know, next thing my dog is freaking out and like trying to like put its whole body around me, and I'm freaking out really bad, really low growl. So that started freaking my mom out. And here goes the skunk ape walking across the backyard, and we have this big screened-in glass, like slide glass door. My mom was like, oh shit. And there was some guys following it, because it wasn't like we had a fence or anything. This was like the Middleburg of fucking nowhere, Florida, okay? And it smelled so bad, we could smell it on a little bit on the inside of the house as it got closer. But I mean, it was trying to get away, and then several moments later, or minutes later, you know, it took some time. You know, Mom was just like, well, we're just going to close the shades now, but it was so weird. I also have had a Bigfoot encounters here in Georgia. Hearing them, especially this time of year, like it's mating season for them. So if they are even anywhere still in the area I lived in at the time, which I doubt because there's been so much gentrification, they're just tearing everything down, building houses no one can afford. But literally just like having one at the window watching was pretty creepy. I mean, I'll just never forget it. And I was also on the phone with my friend Chris when I realized that it was even there. And what was so weird is like my mom was asleep in the living room on the couch. She had fallen asleep watching the TV. I was talking to my friend Chris. I looked out the window and I was like, oh, well, I wonder how long that's been staring at my mom while she's been sleeping. And I mean, like the hair stood up on the back of my neck. I was glad that the TV channel changer remote control thing was there on the desk, because I just turned it off and like I got under my desk. I didn't really know what else to do, you know. So about 15 minutes probably went by and my friend stayed on the phone with me. I mean, I could barely talk. I was so scared. I was like, you know, what's it going to do? Is it going to like, I turn the TV off. Is it going to like get mad because I turned the TV off and try to come in the house? Is it gonna leave? Is it gonna, you know, what's it gonna do? Like, you would have thought that, like, I would have just walked up to the window and start filming it, but no. And could have I filmed it and gotten a really great video of it with the BlackBerry I had in Bumfuck 2009? I know, probably not. Not in the dark. I can just imagine I'd be a window sticker. Oh my god, they spray and it's like a triple stinker. That sounds horrible. I don't think I've ever experienced that. I would be really, really freaked out. Absolutely freaked out. You know, and when I take my dogs out, I also make sure I have a weapon with me, because I have no idea what's, you know, still what's around, even though it's been pretty, so far so good. But, you know, you never can be too careful, whether you live in the city or you live wherever you live, you know. Gotta protect yourself and animals, because I mean, bobcats, I mean, that can't be safe. To smell that, but let alone live that close to them, or even be, like, living that close to them. I don't know, I'd be pretty freaked out. I think I'd be more afraid to go outside than know or not know if Bigfoot's out there. I do believe in Bigfoot, though. So what I speculate would have been Bigfoot during a mating season would be in April of 2011. I was packing to move somewhere new. I had my bedroom window up, and it was probably like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was just packing, and then I heard it, and it sounded like singing. It sounded like angels singing, but I knew it was them. This slide has ads? I have no idea. Does it? No water play or nighttime play in Florida. Colfax, yeah. Now, I will be honest, I don't know how it is today, but there were times when we walked the beach at night. Of course, not during jellyfish season or anything like that, but they don't want you on the beaches at all after sunset, for sure. You can sometimes get away with it really late at night. You just got an ad? Okay, cool. Then I probably just got a sliver of a penny. I appreciate it. For letting me know that there was an ad that actually popped up. Yeah, I couldn't imagine like camping in Florida. I would actually like to really go to the beach at some point in time here soon. But I don't think I want to go back to the beaches there. So I'm trying to figure out where to go for going to a beach at some point. They have beaches here, but they're all man-made. I want to go to some man-made beach. Oh, Khalid, thank you so much for your donation. It's very kind and generous of you. I was actually thinking about you earlier. How are you tonight? How was your dance class, Sugar? How'd that go? What kind of dancing was it tonight? I meant to ask you that earlier. I figured maybe you would be busy, Khalid, at as light as it is where you are right now. Is everything okay? Alright, let me see. Bollywood, that sounds so much fun. I love that. Do you know what your questions are, Khalib? I don't see any questions in the, I don't see any questions in the, chat. I mean, in the PayPal thing. Now you're calling him an idiot? Aw, Sugar. No, that is actually Yang. I'm not sure she's gone to she's not going to see BTS. She's riding out with some friends who are going to see BTS play, and she's going to be going to the beach that happens to be in that town while they're at the concert. Oh, you texted him a funny meme about driving to school? Oh, that's so cool. That's funny. Okay, past, present, future. So you don't really have any questions, sweetheart? Do you have any questions, dear? Alright, Khalid. Let's go ahead and get into your reading and see what you need to know right now. Alright, that sounds cool. Well, I think it's great that you texted him, Sugar. Just remember that you're supposed to be having fun with this. And you know, it's nice of you to make him feel good, or to at least try to make him feel good in any way that you feel you know, is right for you. Because of what he's going through, I mean, that's a lot of change for him. It probably doesn't feel comfortable. I bet it also makes him feel out of it sometimes. Probably messes with his emotions as well. Spirit, I'm calling forth Khalib's most strongest and trusted spirit guides. Let me go ahead and put your timer on, dear. Oh, good. He did get it done. Oh, excuse me. But it's so cool. Can't wait to hear about your next date. Spirit, I'm calling forth Khalib's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does he need to know about his past, his present, his future? Maybe try belly dancing, sugar. You might like it more than... I mean, I know Bollywood is very belly dances. Is that dances even a word? Dances? I don't know what I'm fucking trying to say. But what I am trying to say is that what I prefer about Bollywood is, I mean, what I prefer about just regular belly dancing is how great it is for not only your body, but it's not as intense as the Bollywood. You know, your future looks really bright, Khalib. And Spirit wants you to know that despite the joy, you know, you will have your difficult times. You know, you might get lost in those things that don't serve you, but you know that that's normal and that's part of life, and you are learning how to cope with that. You know the light's on in someone's home up there. You're not entirely lost on your pain because it's brought you to a place in your life and will bring you to a place in your future where that wisdom not only, you know, has helped you find your joy, but it will bring joy to others as well. As far as your past, there's like a wish fulfilled that you had. You'd hope maybe more people would admire you, look up to you for your independence, and maybe want to even start something new or special. Maybe a lot of people wanted to come to you and talk to you, but maybe you were not up for it because you weren't feeling all the time so great about whatever your wish fulfilled was, whatever it was about how maybe you felt that you needed some kind of recognition from people, acknowledgement of that independence and that independent thinking and free will of speaking and things like that, and wanting to do what you had to do or could do to take action towards your wish fulfilled. But you know, you felt that maybe people were not as acknowledgeable or acknowledging you for that. But those people did look up to you, or they did admire you for your thoughts, the things you said, and the wishes and dreams that you had that you wanted to take, you know, steps to creating. And Spirit wants you to know that about your past. That even if you felt like shut out or not listened to or like you couldn't have what you wanted, it was always there. Maybe you wished for more acknowledgement or more care or more focus on you as a child, so you could better these dreams or wishes, but maybe the people around you just weren't able to. Maybe they could only give you a little bit, but they still admired you for wanting to be better than them and make a change. And maybe even now, presently, they're feeling that change, and it's inspiring them and shifting them into wanting to be a better version of themselves. Somewhere, somehow, maybe you have found love presently. Maybe it's more self-love, but as you see, the Wheel of Fortune shifts. It could be more self-love, it could be a love story, it could be both. It could be finding love with these people from your past, a more genuine kind of calm, more really, you know, like this is an admirable give and take kind of love, family, friends, girlfriend, boyfriends, whatever. Maybe somebody also from your past that you never imagined might show up, and it might feel magical, might feel like a shift, but presently it's definitely a beautiful time to find that magic as the world awakens from its slumber of sleep. You know, maybe ask, maybe if there is somebody new in your life, ask them out to go dancing, or just ask them out to do something fun. If it's not a romantic partner you're interested in, that's fine too. Maybe it's just a friend, a loved one, a family member, somebody like that. Someone you look up to, someone you admire, someone that makes you feel good about yourself, but also working on yourself, working on your inner wisdom, working on your magic. Remember, you are that magic wand. It starts with you. You do spells all day, they're not going to work unless you are clear in your intentions. Many people do magic, they don't even know what they're doing. Then they wonder what's wrong with them in their lives. So don't blur the lines, all right? She's certainly very, very serious about what she wants, what she's doing, what she has to say, and how she's moving forward. And I told this to show you the other night, and I'm going to tell you this now because there is only now. Future's not here yet. Past is not coming back. But right now, you are the magic wand. You are the one that is the creator of your everyday. And you got to keep focusing on, I'm going to figure it out. Maybe you don't know how, but you're going to figure it out. Instead of, I don't know if I can do this anymore. Or I don't know how to do this and how to deal with it. You're going to figure it out. As far as your future, you know, you're going to always kind of have the remembrance of what you have been and where you've been, where you've gone, whether it's joyful or it's maybe not so joyful. But it's who you are today. It's what's brought you here today. It's your wisdom. You know. So while you might look behind, you know, don't forget to keep looking forward. This card also comes to you to tell you, yeah, the light's on. Someone's home up there. You are going to be focusing every day on this lifestyle of moving forward with, of course, that you always have, all of us will always have probably a little rain cloud over us, but you know, what are you going to do with that rain cloud? The light's on, someone's home, you don't have to suffer, you don't have to be alone, you don't have to be frustrated, you don't have to be sad, it doesn't have to rain all the time. And if it does, make love, not war. In the Sun card. It's okay to feel emotional about your future, but your actions and your reactions to those feelings, I'm sorry about that. Let me just turn that off. It's ridiculous. Your feelings and emotions, all right, your actions and reactions. Hey, Robert, welcome to the channel. Your feelings. So I'm going to be doing a collective message here in a few minutes when I close up the live. So if anybody wants to purchase a reading, feel free to, as I'm going to be coming off the live here in a moment. But I will be doing a free collective message before I go, though. So you might be really in your emotions in the future, but Spirit's saying, even if you're in your emotions a lot now, it'll probably continue into the future, but your actions and reactions to those feelings and the emotions is really going to affect you in a way. It will give you that epiphany in your hangman. You're going to just kind of be able to take the noose off and be like, whatever, I'm jumping off this tree and having a better day than, getting in the way of myself or sabotaging my ideas and myself, because I'm going to give it to myself. I'm going to go with it and give it to myself. By acting and reacting in a way that pleases me to my emotions and my feelings, so the things that you want will reflect back to you. You're complex natured person who's curious, and you're willing to work on the difficult stuff. But now that you've worked so much on the difficult stuff, it's kind of time to focus more on what's fun and what serves you and what makes you happier. Everyone is going to kind of have that little rain cloud, but give me 1 minute. I just have to get a drink. Sorry about that. I stopped your timer at exactly 11 minutes. I'm so glad it's resonating with you. Spirit, I'm calling forth Khalid's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Putting a power spirit deck on the past, the present, and the future here for Khalid. Here's the essence of your past, the illumination of your presence. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. And the enduring of your future. Excuse me. I'm like a frog in my throat now. Essence. The essence of your past. Yeah, has very much been like about you building a Zen garden from within. Card number 38, color yellow. That past that you've worked on is an illumination for now in the present, card number 37. And then enduring. Endurance. Direction north, color white. Life is a school that we move and graduate through, learning many things as we cloak ourselves in environmental knowledge. When contemplating a Zen garden, you find that source of your power is the essence of the Great Spirit, the essence of you, and the essence of the universe. Primal moving force are one. So it's telling you, you know, you become one with the spirit in the past. You're building a Zen garden within. You're eliminating your inner self, your presence. You're sharing as within, so without. Excuse me. The elimination of what you have endured in the past. It's like the wisdom that you have gained from it. As darkness comes, the mirrors of your spirit reflect different images. It is the time when the world changes and your being brings to glow. Reflect on your own new vision that has been living on the perimeter of your consciousness. An idea is talking to you, and it is stalking you, and it awaits your invitation. A place within you to begin life. The totality of your creativity comes after you have begun the work on the sacred painting of your own life. It is then that the muses of inspiration surround you like eagles and cheer you on to illumination. Take responsibility for your work and your life, and illumination will follow. Gandalf the White from Lord of the Rings, yes. Exactly. Card enduring, number 29. Direction north, color white. It has a couple of little spirals in it. Let's see the card a little better. Take a stone in your hand and meditate on it, or use the stone surface pictured on the card. Go into the stone and experience the quiet soul. Experience her quiet soul. The stone welcomes your visit. Let her experience the inside of your heart as well. See how you are each an enduring mirror for the other side. How you are everywhere in everything, mirroring everything. The stone absorbs you, and you absorb the stone. How can you be alone if you are part of everything? You are the totality of enduring existence. Therefore, nothing in existence can upset you. Yeah, you'll be enduring your future like you have your past. But I feel like you'll be enduring it with more wisdom, more illumination, more joy, more happiness, more epiphanies of things that you would rather observe and immerse yourself into instead of things that maybe don't serve you. You're doing a great job. I mean, give yourself a pat on the back. You may see a lot of change, a lot of good change in your life. You probably already have this year. Even though the world is a little bit crazy. Well, a lot crazy. So just take it easy. Your assignment is to just keep building that Zen garden. Keep witnessing the sacred self. Keep nurturing it. Okay? That is your medicine, and that is your message for tonight. Let's see if Spirit has any direct messages for you from the liminal space deck real quick. We got about 4 more minutes. You're so welcome. Spirit, I'm calling for Khalid's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Any collective messages? I mean, not collective messages. Any specific messages for? Thanks so much for the like. Appreciate it, Robert. How many what kind of special messages do you have for Khalid tonight from the liminal space deck? Butterfly dreams. You know, maybe those people that wanted you to stay the caterpillar are now seeing that you turn into a butterfly, and they're finally accepting it. Hell train, yeah, it might feel a little bit like a hill train, but Spirit says, you know, be groovy or leave, man. Like, you have to choose. You know, like I said in the beginning, it's I'll figure it out. No more. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with this. I don't know how I'm gonna get through this. Now it's I'm gonna figure it out. Don't forget to feel more groovy through the hell train that you might be feeling by witnessing what you are witnessing on the planet. It might not even be happening to you, but yet it is happening to you because you're witnessing it. Don't forget to purge it through creativity. You know, getting zen, feeling groovy, like finding that place, you know, within you that helps you calm down a little. Whatever that is that's groovy to you. I'm actually starting to lose my voice, y'all, and I think that means that Spirit wants me to close down the live for the night. I did do a free collective message earlier. I'm not sure where it went to. I am going to pull one last card from the liminal space deck for us as a collective message for everybody. I'll let you intuitively interpret that. All right? Spirit, as a collective, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What message do you have for us tonight as a collective? Interesting. Esse quam verderi. When I get this card, I feel like it's saying, go out there and have a good time. And this even has a lot to do with the South here. In the Carolinas, I think it's like their state saying, let me look it up real quick. Because this might be relevant to somebody or help somebody. So to be rather than to seem, it emphasizes authenticity, integrity, and substance over mere appearance, originating from Cesaro's essay. It serves as the state motto of North Carolina and is used to promote living genuinely rather than creating a false facade. Oh, I love this card. Probably my favorite in the deck. Any hoodle noodles, love you, be safe. I'll be back this weekend. I might be back tomorrow night, just depends on how I feel. I've been kind of like pushing the live strong and might need a little breaky. A little breaky break. Hey, sugar. Welcome back. Do you go to dance class every Wednesday night? I'm getting ready to log off. Yeah, we do the readings on Wednesdays. So I guess when you're getting ready to do your dance class, I'm ready to read with the acting crew. Yeah, I know sometimes I'm like, I want to work, but I also want to make sure I do the reading class because, I mean, the reading class, it's not a reading class. I want to do the reading group, the script reading group, because, I don't know, it just makes me happier. And I really like acting, and I miss being like I miss being in a production more often than not, and so it kind of just gives me an outlet to that. And $1 million education, and I have nowhere to go with it, you know, not sure what to do with it. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I got a cake to bake. I'll be back tomorrow night if I feel good, if I feel okay. Alright. Be good to yourself with your thoughts. Thank you so much, Sugar, for coming by. Thank you, Tricky Ricky, for coming by tonight. Robert, thanks so much for leaving a like. I appreciate it. Have a good night and be safe. Metal Rain, have a good night and be safe. Meryl, thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with us tonight. Yeah, everybody be safe. Thanks to everyone who liked the live and subscribed and came by to say hi tonight. And I'll be back soon, okay? Mwah. What do you have to ask, Sugar? What's going on? I'm here for a few more moments if you have a question you want to ask. How do you tell him? How do you tell him you like him? Well, have you ever told a guy you like him before? I mean, I guess kind of like how you tell your friends you like them and wanted to be friends with them when you were kids. You know, I guess just being honest. Honesty is like the best policy, really. I mean, and it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be like, you know, it doesn't have to be scary. It doesn't have, I mean, you could just send them some flowers. I don't know, send them a card or write it in a letter or text it. You could just dry ass text it. That's what you want. You could wait till you're talking on the phone, actually talking. You know, and that's the kind of thing where it's like I like to actually, like, if there's something important I want to say to somebody, I want to like say it to their face. Okay, well, why don't you start there? Why don't you ask if he'd like to meet? Go out for some ice cream. Right? Can't hurt. Or go for a glass of wine. You guys do live pretty far from each other. What, like an hour? But y'all are probably used to traveling like that. An hour to see a friend. Well, he didn't stand you up. You just feel stood up. He did literally tell you I'll let you know how I feel. But maybe he forgot and you didn't bother to ask and he said something to you and you didn't bother to respond or like anything. Because you were in so much of a downward spiral, you really weren't able to respond. Hey, how are you tonight, Ari? It's good to see you, sweetheart. I wouldn't, I mean, from my perspective, if this is what standing up looks like to me. Hey, we're going to meet each other at 8 p.m. I'm coming to hang out with you at 8 p.m., right? I'll meet you at the location, right? And they never show up. But in this case, it's like he never let me know how he was feeling that day and if he wanted to show up. I don't think that he intentionally stood you up. Remember, you guys have been on 3 dates. He does not feel like he owes you shit. So, if you are getting a response in a positive way instead of a negative one, in any way, I think is a good start. He's still talking to you, but I think you're trying really hard to kill it off in your thoughts and feelings so that you're ready to just walk away instead of cry it away if he rejects you. But yeah, I mean, he responds. So I just don't know why you're setting yourself up for rejection when he responds, and it seems he genuinely cares about your feelings. Just give him a chance. His dad passed the driving test. See, that's so sweet of him to share that kind of stuff with you. That's great. So happy for his dad. How was your day yesterday, Ari? I think yesterday was something else for everyone, to be honest. Really, that sounds very frustrating, Ari. You must really like your coworker.
Incoming call.
Hold on. Better not be someone asking me what the size of their penis is. And when I think they're gonna have sex again. Hey, Leia, how are you, sweetheart?
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm just doing a live on the channel. What are you up to?
I just got home from the gym.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you mind being on my show? Or should I put it on mute?
Yeah, if you can put it on mute.
Okay, I will. she's gonna call back in again. Heidi, I am not willing to leak her privacy so that you can listen. I apologize. I literally asked her if she wanted to be on the show or not, so she called in and did not want to be on the show tonight. So there are some people who would like to be on the show on the call from the call center, and there's some people who just would not like to be on the show from the call center. Okay, sweetheart? So this is the first time I've ever had someone call in on the show and they didn't want to be on the show. She said maybe next time. But, if she's not comfortable with being on it, then I'm not going to disrespect my client, because that would be like you buying a reading from me and, you wanted it private, and then I made it public to everyone in the world on my YouTube channel. Hi, how are you? That's okay, sugar. She's probably going to call back in a minute, so let me just look at what you said here above. Sorry for the delay. Let's see. You said, I'm also confused because that private reading said he is intentionally withdrawn, and also that me sharing about my feelings will make him feel better. Well, what about sharing your feelings about things in life in general and him and you? Do you not understand what? Just because somebody is intentionally withdrawn because they're not feeling well, it doesn't mean that you can't do what you should do as somebody's woman, which is do what you can to make them feel better in any way that you know how to. That's what having a partner is about. That's what creating a partnership is about. That's what becoming friends is about.
Incoming call.
Hold on a second. So, you're confused. We can get through that too. It's okay. Hold on, let me answer the phone here. feel about it. I'm gonna say what I want to say to anyone I want to say it to. Don't give a fuck if you like me or not back. And that's just that's the bitch that I am. So at the end of the day, that's the kind of person I am. I can no longer wait around